record. Good afternoon. I'm Charles Spann, the Director of Public Safety and Chief of Police for Atlanta Technical College. I hope this presentation on alcohol and drug awareness will find you well, and of course, sheltering in place. With me today are two members of the ATC Opioid Prevention Team. First, Dr. Sean Adams, Dean of Students, and second, Ms. Amanda Daniels of Health and Public Safety Technologies. Atlanta Technical College is a drug-free campus and prohibits the unlawful possession, manufacture, distribution, dispensation, and use of illicit and alcohol or illicit drugs and alcohol on the institutional premises in accordance with the Drug-Free Communities and School Act amendments of 1989 and the Georgia Drug-Free Post-Secondary Act of 1990. As set forth in its student catalog, the Atlanta Technical College student does not discriminate. The Atlanta Technical College does not discriminate on the basis of race, color, creed, national or ethnic origin, sex, religion, disability, age, political affiliation, or belief, generic information, veteran status, or a genetic information, veteran status, or citizenship status, except in those special circumstances permitted or mandated by law. Facts: 3 out of 10 adults report that drinking has been a cause of trouble in their family. 20 million Americans, 1 in every 10 adults, drink alcohol daily. 1 in 10 Americans currently has an alcohol problem. Few of the more than 18 million US alcohol abusers ever receive treatment. During these uncertain times, many of us are sheltering in place, which can lead to some boring times. For that reason, I want to talk to you about binge drinking. Binge drinking is the practice of consuming large quantities of alcohol in a single session, usually defined as 5 or more drinks at one time for a man, or 4 or more drinks at one time for a woman. About 90% of the alcohol consumed by youth under the age of 21 in the United States is in the form of binge drinks. The truth about drugs? Drugs are essentially poisons. The amount taken determines the effect. A small amount acts as a stimulant, speeds you up. A larger amount acts as a sedative, slows you down. And even larger amounts poison and will kill. Why do people take drugs? People take drugs because they want to change something in their lives. Here are some reasons young people have given for taking drugs: to fit in, to escape or relax, to relieve boredom, to seem grown up, to rebel, to experiment. They think drugs are a solution, but eventually the drugs become the problem. Difficult as it may be to face one's problem, the consequences of drugs are always worse than the problem one is trying to solve with them. The real answer is to get the facts and not to take drugs in the first place. Sadly, we all know someone who may be abusers of alcohol or drugs, and maybe even both. Talk to counselors to see what could be your next steps in getting them help. It's the right thing to do. At this time, I would like to turn this presentation over to Dr. Sean Adams, Dean of Students.
Thank you, Chief Spann. And so as he just mentioned, when you're in a situation where there's great abuse or potential for abuse, whether it's you or someone that you know, we want to provide you with some resources and information. But at this point, I want to talk about a fantastic team that I've had the privilege of working with related to our opioid prevention team. Some of the information that we've learned is that Fulton County, where Atlanta Technical College is, has a great challenged with the epidemic of opioid abuse. And so I've worked with a fantastic team of faculty and students who have engaged information and resources to make our community and our students, staff, and faculty aware of opioids and the dangers that are available. And so now I'm going to turn it over to my colleague, Ms. Amanda Daniel.
Hello and good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the ATC Opioid Prevention Team, we are hopeful that everyone is safe and well. We would like to do our part by making sure our ATC community of students, staff, and Fulton County are aware of the dangers of opioid abuse during this stressful time of COVID-19 pandemic. Many of us already know that opioids are medications prescribed medically to relieve moderate to severe pain. However, to relieve stress or anxiety, individuals will sometimes use these drugs to produce a relaxing or calming feeling, despite knowing that these medications are addictive. Taking too many prescription opioids can stop a person's breathing, leading to death. In 2016 and 2017, Fulton County was ranked in the top 10 counties for highest opioid-related overdose death rate. You may have many of or some of these common prescribed opioids in your cabinet. Take a moment to check your cabinet to see if you have any prescribed opioids that you are no longer taking. Let's do our part and be part of the solution. If you do have these medications in your cabinet, do not share unused pills with anyone. Take unused pills to a drug drop-off box at a local pharmacy. Talk with your doctor or find alternatives for managing stress, like exercise, yoga, or making time for hobbies, interests, and relaxation. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Daniels. And so as she just mentioned, one of the things that we learned at Atlanta Tech with our opioid prevention team was that a lot of people take drugs, opioids specifically, or alcohol or anything, many times as a way to relieve stress. And as she gave some examples of how to relieve stress, whether it's working out, taking a walk, doing other things, as we realize that we are in a shelter-in-place framework at this time, I want to make sure that everyone knows that we have resources that are available. If you know anyone who is in need of support, we have a student assistance plan. Aspire is the company that we are supported by. They provide counseling support, 4 sessions per issue. They also have counseling services or coaching services that are available as well. It's a little less intensive than the counseling services. If you're dealing with the stress from school and need somebody to motivate you, you feel like you're procrastinating or other things, they have coaching available. There are online resources that you can look at for free, webinars, videos, things that you could read, motivational tools. And for more information, you can contact them 24/7. 365, which simply means 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, every day of the year, including this year, that'd be 366. Their phone number is 1-866-734-5890, or you can visit them online at www.espyr.com and log in using your password, which is the password for all Atlanta Tech students. That's ATL Tech 1. Those resources are there, and we want you to know that we're here to support you. I'm grateful to Chief Spann for leading the charge and making sure that our community is a drug and alcohol-free community, and that we want to make sure our students, our staff, and faculty are aware of the resources and tools available. Thank you.
Thank you.